Hi, what it do? What's good, y'all? Welcome to the number one home for personal development. What's good? It's your boy. My name is Ken Billions. If you didn't know it, it's definitely an honor and a pleasure to be back in the building. Today is all about the people. Today is a smoke show. We haven't done one of our smoke shows in a minute, so I think it was time for, to hear from the people. If you got a question, comment, something I say that you don't like, today your voice can be heard. The number is 520-510-3254. Today is a smoke show. But before we do that, if you can see me, press 1, and if you can hear me, press 2. If you can see me, press 1, and if you can hear me, press 2. Today is our Sunday smoke. So if you have something you want to get off your chest, something you don't like, and you want to say it, and you want your voice to be heard, please call the number 520-510-3254. But before we get into that, how y'all doing on y'all good Sunday? What's good with y'all? I bought my I'm ready for war jacket. This is my smoke jacket for anybody that might have some smoke for me out there. I made sure to go in my closet, go in the stash, and get my smoke jacket. This is my I'm ready for war jacket. But today I want to hear from the people. I want to hear from anybody that has a problem with anything that I say. I want to hear from people that I may have said something you disagree with, or if you just have a comment, right? If I've helped you in any way, right? If I helped you in any way, I want to hear from you. Whether you got smoke, if I've helped you, if you got a comment, if there's a question that you need clarity on, the number is down below 520-510-3254. How's everybody doing? We took a week off this week, but it's holiday week coming up, so expect to see my face. But I just want to get this out the way, right? Because I get little comments every now and then, and I'm like, okay, cool. Well, let me put the number down there to see if anybody got some smoke. So we already know how this goes, right? When I put the number out there, there's no smoke, right? But we want to give everybody the opportunity to be heard. And if you got any kind of smoke, you definitely have the floor. I will be quiet. I will listen to your smoke, and then I will chop your head off after you say what you have to say. But if you don't have no smoke and you just want to call and chop it up, you can do that too, right? You're free to call 520-510-3254. If you want to tell me you love me, you want to tell me how your babies is doing, you want to tell me how your year is going, if I can help you today, come on. It's all good. I got some time. Or if you want to tell me anything in the chat, let me know. You can super chat me your concerns. So we'll be here for a second, right? If there's no smoke, if there's no smoke, I'm definitely not gonna hang out and ask for the smoke. If you don't got no smoke, cool, right? How's everybody doing? How's the year been doing? Can you believe it's almost over? I can't, right? I'm curious what some of your mindsets are coming into 2023. What are you on, right? Oh, call. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, how's it going?
Do you have any smoke?
Yeah, I don't have no smoke, but I'm one of the guys I think motivated this live or whatever.
Okay, shoot.
Hello?
Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Is this live? What's going
Yeah,
on?
yeah, you're live. I can hear you. Go ahead. I can hear you, bro.
Okay. Yeah, what's up, man?
What's good?
Wait, hold on a second. I'm trying to put you on. Okay. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, you can hear me now.
Yeah, I hear you clear.
All right, let's do it. You got smoke?
I don't really have smoke, but I'm one of the guys. You probably remember me. I think I motivated this chat a little bit.
Okay,
I was on that post.
okay, let's do it. What's your
It's
issue?
kind of it's kind of threw me off because it's like I'm watching live and so it's like it's okay, but there's like a delay. Well, um, um, I'm just trying to figure out where you're coming from. Like, are you trying to drive traffic to your Facebook page? What's your platform? Like, it seems like you're all over the place. It seems like you figure out what will drive the most traffic, and then that's kind of like the stance that you take. So as I said on the post, you just seem a little inauthentic to me. That's it. But I don't have no. I understand the hustle, so I'm not tripping about the hustle.
Okay, so I think I can hear myself in the background. Can you turn me down? That might be the delay.
I have you on the I have you on the headset, so I don't know. I think I can hear myself in the background. Can you turn me down? That might be the delay. I don't know.
Okay. So
I'm not paying attention to
okay.
Like your live.
Okay.
It's a definite delay.
Okay. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. So what do you mean when you say it seems like I'm all over the place? Can you expound on that?
Well, when I looked at your website, okay, right. I'm just gonna turn you down as far as the YouTube thing. I think that's what it is. So as far as your website, it seems a little derivative of the Tariq Nasheed template, all this game stuff. Let me teach you game, this, that, and the other. But then on your Facebook page, it's basically all you're like borderline like a Derek Jackson almost. Like you are I don't know, pandering to what sisters may want to hear or something like that. But like I said, it just seems a little inauthentic to me.
Can you elaborate when you compare me to Derek Jackson? What does that mean?
Pandering. Basically, what I feel that Derek Jackson does is that he parrots the views of women. Mm-hmm. Okay, women say amongst themselves with no like male feedback or input or insights. He says some of those things, and so I don't remember the specific post. This is like an overall thing, and it's just not in alignment with what you're actually selling, the expertise that you're selling on your website. But like I said, it's not no smoke though.
Okay, cool. So have you ever seen me give women compliments?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard me give women compliments?
Not really.
Have you ever heard me tell women they're the greatest?
I think you broke up. I can't.
Have you ever heard me tell women that they're the greatest? Have you ever heard me say that? Have you heard that from me?
Have I heard what from you?
Have you ever heard me tell women that they are the greatest?
No.
Have you ever heard me tell women it's not your fault?
No.
Oh, so how am I pandering again?
You're pandering again, like I stated. On the whole thing, it's like on your website, it's just like I said, it's not in alignment all the way. And like I said, as I said before, see, this thing, like the whole thing about some smoke, it's not no smoke to me. Mm-hmm. I feel like like I said, I'm the guy who said I'm kind of getting grifter scammer vibes. I don't know what you do, what you're selling. The only thing that I see that you're selling is your so-called expertise in the whole so-called Mac game and all that. Man. Okay? I'm not buying it. Seems really surface level, not even at the Tariq Nasheed level.
Hey, you got to, hey, bro, when you say words like scam, you got to be careful with that, though. When you say what? No. But I'm saying though, like, okay, when you say something like that, you got to be real right and exact. You can't accuse nobody of nothing like that unless you got some real proof because you're putting smudge on someone's name.
I'm not putting smudge on your name.
If you give me scammer vibes. Okay, scammer vibes. What does that mean?
Out of my experience, when you have the brother polite in the community and those where they're selling wealth and things of that nature. The wealth they're selling, I don't. You said I see something about the Coinbase game. Mm-hmm. I don't see any expertise. This is like an issue I have with the so-called crypto, and I presume that's what you're doing. Is now a whole bunch of people have questions about crypto. Mm-hmm. So the people like yourself, I would think quite naturally, you're being explaining, hey, look, this is what's going on with FTX and all of those type of things. No, you're not addressing that. You're addressing topical whatever is Kanye's mother gets sacrificed or something that all these other people are addressing. So like I said, I believe that you're just trying to drive traffic to your site. I ain't hating. Get your money, bro.
All right, let me ask you this. Quick question. You ever been to my YouTube?
This is my first time.
Okay, so you don't know none of my YouTube videos, huh? Bro, I'm asking you a question, yes or no?
What was the question again?
Do you know any of my YouTube videos?
No.
Okay. When you say scammer vibes, what I'm telling you is you got to be right and exact when you say something like that. Now, Coin Gang is a personal development ministry that I'm building. I never, ever, ever ask people for bread for nothing in exchange. Never. So when you say scammer vibes, I don't sell nationality. I don't sell none of that shit. I don't do none of that. Now, what you might see on Facebook based on the algorithm, bro, don't nobody want to hear no message. So whatever you see, that's based on your algorithm. If I talk about life insurance, ain't nobody gonna pull up. If I talk about annuities, ain't nobody gonna pull up. But if I talk about dating and mating, it's crowded. Okay. So if you don't follow my work, you can't never say that I give scammer vibes. Is there any? Hold on. Hold on. But you got to do you. But you ain't do no homework though.
Bro, you ain't somebody that I feel like I have to do homework.
So then you can't say I give scammer vibes. Yo, the school of no, you can't. You got to be right and exact when you say something, bro. I come from a listen, bro. I come from a school of thought where you have to be right and exact when you say something. You cannot. Okay. So I give you scammer vibes even though you ain't do no homework on me. How does that sound?
Again, like I said, bro, it's just like Brother Polite gave me those vibes. This somewhere down the line, it all adds up.
Okay, cool. So I don't want to. So peep. Anytime the police be like, you give me drug dealer vibes.
I'm not trying to get you arrested though.
No, bro. If you put in the chat and you've typed that, you give me scammer vibes. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. If you say that you give me scammer vibes, that's smudge on my name, and you did not do no homework, bro. That's smudge.
Wait. So I'm not above like you said. You said where we come from, I have to be on point and all that. Okay, bro. I apologize.
Apology accepted. Cause that's not right and exact, bro. At least do me the due diligence before you make a claim like that. At least do a little bit of homework before you say something like that, because all we got is our name. I would never do that to you, bro. I would never do that to you.
So basically, what happened was on that post, you said something, and I'm just addressing that post. You said something to like, I don't remember the exact wording, like, tell me like what you think of me. I want to hear it or something. And that's what I said. That's what I said. Other than that, I would just keep that to myself. Just like I kept it to myself with Polite. And just like I kept it to myself with some of these other conscious oversellers to me. They over like
So just so we're clear, if you didn't know, I accept your apology. But just so we're clear, I deal with personal development. I'm not trying to save the community. I'm not selling people no nationality. I have digital products, and there's nobody in the world can say that I janked them out some money. I owe them. I scanned them. I don't deal with no smudge on my name. My name is real important. So,
Okay, so again, bro, I wouldn't even come on YouTube
mm-hmm.
and say this.
Got you. Got you.
But I said, as I said before, I said I'm one of the people
Got
who
you.
I think motivated this post.
Got you. Okay.
I mean, it's just YouTube.
So
that's it. So but as far as like coming at a black man or something like I'm gonna go and research this to make you a fraud, bro. I don't get down like that. And so as I'm humbly offering you my apology for bringing it into this to another form, except this was the whole context of what we were doing. You know what I mean? So I apologize for that. I have 0% evidence that you're a scammer. That's why you scenes and vibes.
Look, I accept your apology. All I'm gonna say is just moving forward with anybody, be right and exact, because all we got is our name. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't do you like that. I wouldn't put that on your name unless I sat with it, do some homework. It's their eyewitnesses, because when you call somebody a scammer, that's like calling them a rat or calling them a snitch. That's all they got is their name. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Right. And I apologize. So, because all I want to do, I want to get in here and I want to address the things that I said, just because I said, if I any way did this, we have this forum, to discuss. That's one. And then the other thing is, I never subscribed to your page. So I don't know if you bought subscribers or what happened. I never subscribed to your page.
I don't buy.
But as I said on that thing, I said once I did, I said, yo, this brother seems cool. See how things go. It could be seems cool, seems like what we're not going to say. But see, of course, you're not going to have issues with me saying that you seem cool. But you seem cool. But I was like, yo, how am I following this person? Why did I don't remember following nor subscribing to this person. Did this person buy subscribers? What's going on? Or did they outsource to somebody that does this? That's it. Other than that, I don't have people that I have issues with, or I ascertain them as not being intelligent. I don't follow them. They've come up and I unfollow them. So there ain't no animosity, ain't no smoke, none of that. You know what I'm saying? We're black men. That's it.
Respect, bro. Apology accepted. No harm, no foul.
Okay, all right, bro. Peace.
My dude, for sure. For future reference for anybody. Hold up. Hello, this is Ken. Do you have smoke?
Yes, I have smoke.
Okay. I'm listening.
You getting scammer vibes with that boss ass coat. I'm just saying. Yeah, I got smoke. I was up all last night watching you and Princella.
Oh, what's up? That's what's up. How you doing?
Sleepy, because I ain't get no damn sleep. Listen, y'all was dynamic. What I got from that was exactly what this previous call just exhibited. You did say that you appeal to everybody. You're not like a pro-black or, you don't target a certain genre. You just give game. We all appreciate that, right? But you said that the men seem to be harder to get through. And I do. I didn't think about that when I was watching the show last night. Because in my mind, I thought you had a lot of, male traction. But we see you. And keep doing what you're doing, you and Princella. I like listening to her because she helps women to tap into self-love and stop being so men-centered, which a lot of us have never been taught that. And you are the only gentleman on YouTube that I put my children in front of the screen because it's raw and it's appropriate. So I just want to give you your flowers.
Oh man, how old are your babies?
How old are they?
Yeah.
almost 11 in a few weeks, and 9. Yeah, and it doesn't. I guess it doesn't quite stick like some of them crazy ass TikToks they be watching, but over time, I know that they'll start to get it. So, like I said, I just wanted to say I appreciate you, and I think a lot of the people from looking at the chat appreciate your energy and your presence on YouTube and all your social media platforms.
I appreciate that, beloved. I'm gonna just the only thing I'm gonna leave you with. Do your due diligence. Do not let your babies have access to TikTok. Let me tell you why. The Chinese don't even let their public have access to TikTok. And the way their algorithm is set up in Asia, they can only see like things like engineering, things like medicine, like things like professional things, the way
Right.
their algorithm is set up. The way our algorithm is set up for games and play and small little images. Images that are very suggestive. And for an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old, let's just face it, we're not with our babies all the time and we don't know what they see. And that search button on TikTok is very dangerous. So for children that age, TikTok to them is what Google is for us. So whatever they put in that search engine is going to come up and it's another world. ASAP, do not, as long as you can help it, do not give your babies access to TikTok at all. Okay? Take that out of their hands expeditiously. Because those images, you can be the best mom in the world, but those images will overpower you.
Yeah, I could see that. I remember TD Jake saying we can raise our children how we want at home, but inevitably they face a whole nother world.
Yeah.
When they grow up, and that I could see that. And we don't see the impact now because it's such a new thing, so we don't necessarily see how it's gonna show up later in life. Just like weapons, everybody got their ass beat, right? And it was no problem to parents in that time frame, but we see how it has traumatized a lot of us as adults, and other things that we were exposed to. So I definitely appreciate that. I want to find some different apps and curriculum, and if some people can put in the chat if they know of any, I'll greatly appreciate it.
Do they use your phone or they have their own phone?
They have a TV. They have a phone, but it is not on. They use it to operate the television.
Okay, so there is an app called Family Link. Family Link Tree. Yes, and what this is, it's an app that you download on your phone, and you can also download on their phone, and this will give you a way to monitor their screen time and their phone time, and you'll be able to disable any apps, even messaging. You want to you want to be totally omnipresent when it comes to their phone experience, because because what'll happen is something is going to occur with them using the phone, and then you're going to blame yourself, and you can be super mom, but you're dealing with something that's never existed before. This is augmented reality and virtual reality. So I don't care how great you are as a parent, those images overpower us. So we have to stand in front of that, and don't be afraid to put your foot down with that, because once those images get in their mind, there's no toilet bowl for it. It's always going to stay there, right? So and I don't want you to something to happen and then you think, well, I gave them everything, or no.
Yeah.
The number one thing you can give them is love. All that other stuff, that is not needed for emotional development. It's really not. If they got a loving home, all that other stuff is extra. So put your foot down. I'm a millennial dad. That's something I had to learn too. I had to learn to put my foot down, and I don't care if you get mad, and I don't care if you get upset. This is what it is, right?
Yeah, it could be a challenge because we don't want to be brash, but that is definitely a challenge for me with them as boys because I don't want to be aggressive and domineering, and I think I do a pretty good job at that. But I am a little free with the phone. But what you're saying is absolutely correct. I'm gonna look into Family Link.
Family Link. So you download it on your phone, and then you put it on their phone too. And this is going to put screen time on their phone. This is going to also allow you to block any websites, no Snapchat, no nothing. The reason why I'm telling you this also is there with these sites like Discord and stuff, there's a whole pedo language that we don't know nothing about. And they communicate through like stuffed animals and furries and a whole type of language. And no matter how dope you are, it's possible that you can miss something. And that's all it takes for the enemy to slide right in. So you want to control their experience online, YouTube, everything. So the app that I use, and I got a 14-year-old, right? So the app that I use is called Family Link. And he has to ask me to unlock the phone for him to use it. Now they can still call out. They can still call and they can still receive calls, but you control their internet access though. Everything. Do not do totally be hands on with this. Do not let nothing slide because there's people that are after our children. They wake up for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They have access. Yeah, they do. Way more access than before. But no, I certainly appreciate this information. And like I said, I have to find a creative way to implement a lot of different things in my household because I have been hearing a lot about TikTok and how detrimental it is to their minds. So.
Yeah, don't do. And are you listening from Facebook or YouTube? Because I could anybody that has resources in terms of like programs that they have for their children. I'll have them put the links in the chat. So are you using Facebook or YouTube?
I am actually watching YouTube.
Okay, so if anybody on YouTube and your children are 9 and 11,
9 and 11,
9 and 11, boy and girl,
boys.
Two boys. Okay. So anybody that's on YouTube that has child friendly content for two boys, 9 and 11, can you please drop the link in the chat so this young lady could check it out? Maybe some counting apps or some stuff like Where's Carmen San Diego and Oregon Trail. stuff that I came up
with.
with.
The same age, I remember that.
Yeah.
It was a shit. Yeah. Now I appreciate y'all. Whoever dropped some good stuff in the chat. I'm all about.
I appreciate you. But yeah,
that's why I'm here.
All right, for sure. Family Link though, put that on their phone and your phone ASAP, and just play around with it, and then you'll have total control over their experience. They might kick and scream, but it don't matter. At 21, 22, they'll say thank you, mom. That's what it's about. I appreciate you, beloved.
Okay. All right now.
All right, peace. You too. Any smoke, but it don't got to be smoke. It don't have to be smoke if it's not smoke. Hello, this is Ken. Is there any smoke?
Hey.
Hi.
All right, so now I don't have smoke.
Okay. Okay, shoot.
Is that okay?
Shoot, let's do it.
Okay, thanks. Because I actually seen you the other night when you were on the Powered podcast.
Yes.
It was really good. It was really insightful, and I appreciated a lot of what you had to say. I'm always into solutions, right? So I wanted to know, like, what you guys thought about, the women who want marriage and children, and who don't have that, like the steps that we can take to find like a healed, healthy man, and how we should go about the children thing.
Okay, so your question is for women that want marriage and children. Mm-hmm. Okay, what's the specific question? How to go about that?
Yeah, because I know you was when a young man called the other night, we were telling him, he's 23, so of course you were telling him to wait to have, a family so he heals himself. But, me as now a woman in my 30s, I know sister was saying, don't have children. It's like we still want to have children.
Okay.
So it's like, what's the steps that we can still have a healthy partnership with a man and do that?
Okay. So I don't think everybody's path's the same. The reason why I told him to pause on that is because what he been through. He had been through a lot, right? And he needed time and space to self-correct. So I thought, that was for him. But for people, in my opinion, that are looking for marriage and children, I think you have to mate differently. And I think you should mate based on ability, right? So find the smartest man you can find. If you can't find the smartest man, find the strongest man. If you can't find the strongest man, find the most skilled man. If you can't find the most skilled man, find the most caring man, right? So just find the top of something and mate based on ability. The reason why I'm saying that is because feelings fluctuate, right? 1 year, you just madly in love. The next 2 years, you have deaths in the family and you're searching for reasons to stay in the relationship. The next year, it's all about the kids. The next year, your body's changing and you don't feel as sexy as you used to. The next year is financial issues. It's always going to be something that changes your feelings. But when you mate based on ability and skill set, I think it's more better for long term, and you should mate based on the ability in current times. So we seeing that we're looking at a digital world. So you want to find somebody that has a skill set or a behavior that matches the society that we live in. Personally, I think the problem is we don't know that we're in the future. We watch the Jetsons and we don't know that it happened to us. So when we're talking about our relationships, we're talking about it from a perspective as if it's pre World War One and Two. We're talking about it from a perspective that before planes, trains, and automobiles, right? We are living in a digital world, and we are living in a world of CERN, and we are living in a world of time travel, and we are living in a world of uh, uh, um, where money moves quickly through financial instruments. So you want to mate based on who is integrated with the new world, with the way the world looks now. Now, maybe he's cute, maybe he's not, right? Here's the thing. Maybe he has sexual prowess, maybe he doesn't. The reason why I'm saying that is because the mating, if you're thinking about marriage and you said a child, that has to be from above the neck. You can't mate based on somebody making you wet. You can't do that. That's play. When you're talking about finding a person and having a child, that has to be from a above the neck perspective. You have to mate based, you have to do intellect mating and not pleasure based mating. If you are trying to produce a superhuman that is fully integrated into modern times. Do you hear me?
So you talking to me?
Oh, she hung up. Okay, who is this? Who am I speaking with?
You, one of your old friends, calling you back again.
Okay, I wonder what happened to the young lady. Oh, okay, hold on. I think. Oh man, I didn't even know you was on the line. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we talked a little bit earlier on Facebook.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how you are a master at flipping women's problems into men's problems. How all women's problems stem from men. That's just erroneous at best. But
Can you give me an example?
Like when you said, if you feel a man, there was a video of a young lady who was explaining that she was trying to leave hood dudes, and they felt that some people felt that they were lame or this, that, and the other, and to not fall into that trap of believing regular dudes who work jobs are lame, and then somehow you flip that to be that, oh, well, maybe the men around you are telling you that they're lame. Maybe that's why you have a problem with them. Maybe your brother or your cousin is telling them that they're lame and blah, 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 that old bullshit. I'm like, how can you constantly flip women's issues onto men? It's an art form. You've perfected it. You're the king of the panda bears.
Pander. Okay, so just for a heads up, bro, I grew up listening to Dipset. There's no way I can pander. That's one. Two, what you're talking about is this educated lame thing, right? This, I've been hearing it for years. Why do women mess with bad boys, right? And you know what I thought about? I thought about growing up in that environment. You know who used to get their sneakers taken? Good dudes. You know whose parents couldn't buy their children clothes? It was the nerds and the kids. Now, we're always focused on lower income areas, so let's keep it a buck. How do you expect a girl, right, to date that guy when that guy is getting beat up by other dudes? How do I know this? Right?
That wasn't the tenor of
Yes,
your
it was. Yes, it was.
No, not physical violence or anything of that sort. You specifically said that maybe her brother or other people are telling her, not showing, not being physical, not physical violence, showing that, saying that man is lame, and that just that whole mental perspective. And these are you're going back to childhood. We're talking about grown people here. She was a child. She was a teenager.
No. But it starts as a kid. I'll give you an example for myself, right? When I was when I was 14, I used to like older girls, right? And I was living in the hood, right? So the older girls would like me. Let me tell you what would happen. And I respect the game when I look at it now. So a dude her age that was getting money would tell her, man, why you messing with him? He ain't got no money, right? The dude would sprinkle salt in the game to make the girl now look at me in a way that she didn't look at me before. The dudes come by and tell the girl about their dude. Man, he ain't got no car. Man, look at his sneakers. How do I know this, bro? Let me tell you something, bro. I've been in the hot boy crew my whole life. See what y'all don't know, and what y'all don't know is I've been in the hot boy crew all my life. I've never been lame. I've never went without girls. I don't have to come on the internet to get attention from women, bro. I have good hair in real life. I drive a nice car in real life. I've always been popular in real life. So when I say something, I'm not saying it from a late bloomer perspective. I'm talking about from 10 toes down, I've been in this shit. Whether you like it or not, that's fine. And because my tone is not like some of your people that you may like on the internet, I don't get on the internet and bash women. I go at dudes. I don't care what women want to hear. I go straight at men. I want smoke with men. That's the difference. I'm not going to hold women accountable. I'm going to hold men accountable. If you notice, I go at dudes.
You go at dudes using females talking points.
I don't know female talking points. I don't, bro, I have a lot.
You just had this video about how white women now love black women or want to be black or some bullshit like that because they're happy about their carefree attitude, how they can just speak and be free. They don't have to have any tension. They can just be free. And because they can have all this bullshit attitude that somehow black men are supposed to fall in line and like that silly ass shit too. No, thank you.
But I'm asking you, what's the pander though?
The whole conversation was pandering. It's like, oh yeah, these guys out here, they just need to get it together. You don't have to do anything. Oh my God, your attitude is just, look how these white women like your attitude. Why don't the black men like it?
But what's the okay?
That's pure pandering. What do you mean? The whole conversation is pure pandering.
Fam, what's okay? You know who was the biggest panderer? Right?
Who would that be?
Why y'all didn't feel like Kevin was pandering to you?
Because Kevin was not talking to us. He was talking. Black women called him. That's the whole. That's what makes even these women even more stupid. Complaining about Kevin Samuels. They called him.
Let me ask you something.
He didn't go through his selection of messages or anything like that.
Hey, Pete,
or the people that were live talking to him.
Who said
no? They called to him.
Who said protect that man at all costs? Women or men?
It's who protect black men.
No. Who said protect Kevin Samuels at all costs? Was it women or men?
It's probably men.
Now, why would you say protect this man at all costs?
Because women are crazy and coming after him for bullshit ass reasons. Because they can't take the truth that they called in and asked for.
Pete, no,
if women were so upset at Kevin Samuels, why did they continuously call into
brother
his show
man,
and ask for his
brother
opinion?
Man, brother man, we don't say protect the babies at all costs. We don't hold on. Listen.
What?
Listen what I'm saying.
You don't need to say that. That's all that's given.
No, it's not.
You don't need to say
It's
something
not
that's
though.
given.
It's not though. And you know it's not. It's not.
You know it's not.
Come on, bro. You know it's not. We don't give a damn about the babies. You know that. These podcasts are not about babies. These podcasts are not about little boys and girls. Oh, okay, let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. The reason why I'm saying that, the reason why I'm saying that is because the biggest panderers are dudes pandering to other dudes. Bro, that's where the bag is at. If I really wanted to run up a bag,
no,
bro.
No, because black women outpace every nationality in spending. They have the most
My
debt,
nigga.
And they spend the most.
Bro.
That's statistical.
Bro, no.
I'm in retail. That's statistical.
Fam, and I do analytics online. If I really wanted to run up a bag, my G, I can just talk straight to dudes. Right? You said that shit before. Hold on. Listen though. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know all the talking points for men, and then I live a life dudes want to live. So I could talk straight to dudes.
About what?
Oh, you want to know how to get women? Oh, I'm a master at that. Oh, you want to know how to dress? Oh, you want to know how to smell good? Oh, you want to know how to drive? You want to know how to travel? My G, I haven't worked a job in 20 years. If I wanted to run a bag up, because these dudes don't have no fathers and no uncles and no grandfathers, right? Do you know how easy it is? Do you know how easy it is, bro?
Not that easy.
It's very easy.
Easier than coming after black women. That's why they're changing every movie, every aspect. They're going after black women.
Why do I need to come at black women when I want smoke with men? Do you hear what I'm saying? I want smoke with dudes.
Smoke with what? What are you trying to accomplish?
What am I trying to accomplish?
What is your end game here besides talking shit that ends in it's all your fault that women are like this?
I never said it was dude's fault. My end game.
Men's fault that women don't like regular dudes. You just said that 5 minutes ago.
I was specific to a particular area. We're always talking about low income, right? Y'all named them Pookie and Ray Rays, right? Pookie and Ray Rays put so much pressure on y'all that now that you're older, your smoke is not with women. Your smoke is with the dudes that terrorized y'all. That's who your smoke is with. Listen, your smoke is not with the women. Your smoke is with the dudes that had you under pressure.
They don't have me under pressure. I'm just believe I ain't really worried about none of that.
Bro, I can hear it in your tone. Your problem is not with women. Your problem has been with men. Your problem ain't with women. Your problem is with dudes.
The bullshit you're saying that a man is saying right now, this particular man, yes, the bullshit pandering that you're doing, I have a problem with panda bears, yes.
Look, bro, look.
Yes.
Look, this is how I know your problem is with dudes, right? Because I know you don't talk like that in person. You don't.
I'm 6'2",
I don't give a fuck about none of that. You don't talk like, fam. If you from where I'm from, I know you don't talk like that.
I'm from a town called Little Cemetery.
You don't talk like that to other people.
I'm from a town called Little Cemetery.
You don't talk like that. You don't call people betas and panders. And if you're from a murder capital, I know you don't talk like that. Stop that. Because where we from, bro, and respect is respect. So
I don't respect anybody. I don't give a rat's ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a thorough fuck. I've got more problems than the SAT. I don't care. Oh, did you hang up?
How have you made it? How are you still alive?
Am I still alive?
Yeah.
I'm 6'2", 230 fucking pounds.
And you the first to get knocked down. So how are you still alive if you walk around with no respect?
Kickbox, wrestle. It ain't gonna go down.
Come on, man. First of all, we don't even be physical out here no more. So a dude like yourself that talk,
you don't want to take it there, man.
a dude like yourself that's walking around with, you're telling me you don't respect nobody, and this is how you give it up. This is how you talk. This is how you talk. You got children?
Yeah.
You have children?
Yeah, I have a daughter.
Your daughter talk like you?
Why would she do that? She's a girl.
Bro, do people in your family conduct themselves like you? They talk like you? They're disrespectful like you?
I'm disrespectful to bitch ass shit. I mean, do I talk to everybody like this on regular? There's no reason to. Bitch ass shit? Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk like this.
See, if you was the man you think you are, right? If you was the man you think you are, you still come with respect and put respect on the table, because you be in my comment section calling me everything but a child of God. I've never disrespected you, not one time.
So I wouldn't even think about doing that.
Look, I've never disrespected you, not one time.
Your shitty ass videos.
Regardless of what you see, what you're missing is the respect factor. I don't care about videos. Hey, fam. Let me tell how old are you, bro? How old are you?
Me, I'm 41.
I'm younger than you, right? So look. Yeah, interesting. I'm younger than you, right? So I come to you with respect, and this is how you talk back. This is your cool. What does that have to do? Let me ask you something. I'm talking one to one. What's your name, bro?
My name is Marcus.
Mark. I'm Ken. Mark. Okay. So you and I could disagree politically. We could disagree on a lot of stuff. Isn't respect, regardless, shouldn't we always put that on the table? No. So we disagree politically, right? We disagree with certain ideologies, right? So we shouldn't put respect for one another on the table.
No.
Okay, tell me. Okay, tell me why.
Respect gets nothing done. Respect is just fucking bullshit. It's like little pussyfooting. Nah, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna say how I say it. If you don't like it, go to church. You scared? Go to church. Okay, so, but you say that you call me a beta, right? That's what you said, right? You said that, right? I didn't hear you. You call me a beta and a parent. Okay, but you don't even know how to talk of respect, though. What's the point? What does that have to do with so if I'm the beta, but I come to you with respect and I don't disrespect you, right? You don't know how to talk. Your mouth is filthy, right? What are you? I'm an apex. You're an apex. Yes, I'm an apex predator. You're a character. Yes, you're a character. Is it any other insult that you would like to throw? Please stop doing that bitch ass shit and pandering. Did you handle that? All right. So here's what I'm gonna do with you. So since I travel, right? I do move around. Since you are a disrespectful dude, here's what I'm gonna say to you. The only thing I'm gonna say is, when it come to you and I, it can be on site. Cool? Oh, sounds good to me. Cool? It don't matter what I'm doing. It don't matter if I'm with my lady, if I'm with my kids. It don't matter. If you ever run across me, okay? For me to you, on site. Cool? Oh, that's cooler than the other side of the pillow. My man. All right. So only thing I'm gonna say is, however we sure to go about that is no police. Cool? Police for what? I never called the police a day in my life. All right. I'm just make it on site though, since you're a man that has no respect. No matter what I'm doing. My man. My man. You have a good day, Mark. You do the same. All right. Hey, do you have any smoke?
Nah, I'm smoking.
Okay, how you doing?
Anyway.
Okay, how you doing?
I'm good, but I'm just sitting here shaking my head at that most ridiculous display of emotional nonsense. I'm the manosphere is really tripping me out. It's scary though, but I don't think these people understand. The folks who have found themselves so enchanted by it. That they don't get that the war is really between them and themselves. Like, they're highly engaged in self-sabotage. Their egos stay fed and logic stays suppressed. This is the most, they don't understand they're allowing themselves to be conditioned against themselves. It's like Pinocchio and all the children at Pleasure Island. They don't even see it. And the crazy part is, I could almost tell by listening to dude, he's.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I was trying to call back. I'm sorry, love. And to the young lady that she asked me, I should have kept you on. When I finished this call, to the young lady that called before, and your question was about finding a husband and kids. We never finished our convo, so I definitely didn't forget about you. But whoever just called right now, I'm sorry I hung up on you. Please call back. That was a problem. That was a problem. This was a 41-year-old dude. You know what I'm saying? This was a 41-year-old dude. Hello, is there any smoke?
Hi.
Hi.
I have no smoke.
Okay.
I would like to bring some positivity.
Okay, come on through with it.
So, I've only been, sorry if I'm out of breath, I just came from a workout, but I've only had access to your platform about 6-8 months ago. And,
Okay.
Backstory, I've just always experienced, as a woman, being in a position with other women and men, constantly just being cold or, things along that line, because my skill set is observing, seeing patterns, recognizing systems, and moving accordingly. And it wasn't until I found your platform where I was just like, oh, this is what I've been looking for, because I went through so many conventional methods, the therapy and all of these other things, all of these other modalities. And it's like, I've sat, I went through the emotions, cried, and now it's time to move on. Like, it's time to win. I'm a winner. I like to win. The dopamine hit I get from winning and succeeding is everything to me in life. So coming across the work that you do in your platform has allowed me to take that skill set that I've been honing and 10x it. It allowed me to move out of that space from people who constantly looked at me as being someone who's just cold and callous. But it's like, it's that cold, I don't want to say coldness, but it's that ability to put my emotions aside and move accordingly is why I will always win. And your platform, like I said, has allowed me to take that and exponentially grow it. And not just grow, but lean into it. It's not something I ran from it for a long time because of how it was viewed by other people. But at the same time, those people, I was the go-to person for everyone. And it's like, who does the go-to person go to? And your platform gave me that space. There's no one that I can say that I can go to and get information that I trust in, that I trust to bring into my life and fit it into who I am in my skill set. And your platform definitely gave that to me. I spoke to you at one point months ago in a clubhouse room, and you gave me advice where I was really at a pivotal point in my life. I got an amazing opportunity that I was honestly ready to run from because, like I said, I wasn't ready, kind of scared to really step into what was chasing me. And I decided, you gave me some advice that really allowed me to put my feet to the ground and run, lean into that opportunity. I now work for the two of the biggest companies in my arena, titans of my industry. And it's been an amazing experience. And it's just something that's going to continue to catapult me. And like I said, anytime I cash out, I'm constantly hitting it because it's like, your platform is it for me. Like I can't really, I'm trying to articulate it. But like, your platform has allowed me to shave away all of the bullshit and get to the meat and potatoes. Like, what are we doing here? The strategy, the just mindset, the perspectives. And that was something that it really put me in a situation where I felt so isolated because no one around me is thinking the way I think. I can't go to a collective of women who think the way that I think. I can't go to a collective of just average men who are going to look at me as a woman and respect what I'm saying. And it's like, this is a platform where the information is like, really has the, like, I'm a testament to the way it can change your life if you are open and ready and willing to do the work and lean in. Like, the amount of money I've spent, like, just pouring into myself and pouring into who I am and who I'm becoming, it's priceless. And like, again, I would say your platform is something that really got me to that point when so many other things I had tried and had been searching for didn't work. Mm-hmm. So I have to say thank you, and I'm very appreciative, and I will continue to support any way I can. And thank you.
Man, I thank you. I thank you for saying that. But okay, so I got good news and I got bad news. Which one you want first?
Let's start with the good news.
There's never been a you before. You want the bad news?
Yes.
There's never been a you before.
Don't I know it?
So there's good and bad with that. The good is there's no script. The bad is there's no script. You know what I mean? So just what you said is super dope. You know what I mean? Because just taking risks and just betting on yourself. And I know as a young lady to make a bet on yourself is like, oh my God, they want you to choose fear oftentimes, or your biological clock, or where's your man. And I just want to tell you that the world that we're moving in, a woman is going to be judged not by how many kids she has or her ability to be somebody's wife, but she's going to be judged on her human contribution to the world, the things that she invented, the books that she wrote, the things that she directed, the charities and philanthropy that she's done. So we are on a cusp on that world where your measurement as a woman is not your ability to give birth or have or be someone's wife, but your measurement is going to be the same measurement as a man. So be ready for that pressure right there, right? Because now you're about to be forefront and in the front line, in the same way a man is judged based on his ability, you're going to be judged the same way. So that's good and that's bad. So you just be ready for it though, because now you're going to have to show up with them numbers. But you got this though.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, beloved.
Bye.
All right, take it easy. Man, shout out to the people that's making jumps. If you don't have no smoke, if there ain't no smoke, then you could call and hello, any smoke?
Hey, Ken.
Did we get cut off?
I'm the one who got disconnected.
Okay. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so I was just saying that the whole situation with these dudes who are swearing that you're pandering, they don't understand that they're actually working against themselves. And like I said before I got cut off, this is like Pinocchio and all those kids at Pleasure Island. They don't see that they're enjoying this process of self-destruction. Because I don't even understand the logic behind what difference does it make what difference does it make if what you're saying is something that women like to hear? The problem is that the males who have a problem with it are too steeped in their emotions and their ego. There's logic in what you're saying. And if they would listen and understand that, then we can actually get somewhere. Because all that, this is what I want, and you got to be like this, and you need to, all that stuff they like so much, it's not going to produce anything of substance. So I don't understand it. It's just frustrating for me. But I do appreciate what you say, because I do think, and I've been saying to people in my circles for a long time, men need to talk to men, because the problems that men are complaining so much about stem from things men put in place. And when I started hearing you say those things, I'm like, oh my God, somebody finally somebody finally is injecting logic into this whole shitstorm. It's been the most ridiculous thing to observe and watch, and it's sad. It's just sad.
All right, I'm gonna drop a bomb on you. Ready for it? So there's truth
Yeah.
in everything you just said. I'm gonna just give you the other side. You know where my biggest heartbreak came from?
What's that?
My mom.
Mm,
That was my first girlfriend,
mm,
right? And
mm,
she broke my heart. So when you hear the dude that was calling, how he was and just how he was going in like that, and a lot of dudes when they're hold women accountable, blah blah blah. One of the
yeah.
things that doesn't get talked about is a lot of childhood heartbreaks that come
And that's
from
true too.
mama, that come from auntie.
Yeah.
Do you know a lot of these boys? Do you know a lot of these boys lost their virginity to crackheads?
I believe you. I believe you.
Do
I
you
do.
what do you think the psychology of a boy is when his mama's on dope and his mama is turning tricks on the roof? This is a
Yeah.
lot of people's psychology. So I already
Deep. It is deep like that.
so
And I understand everything you're saying, and that's some of the things that I have been saying too. But if we can't start to understand that this thing has so many aspects, then there's always going to be this fight against the other side, because one side refuses to see the other. What you just said is major. I mean, women will sometimes joke, I guess, about, oh, you got mommy issues, but that's nothing to joke about, because there are women who are negatively impacting their sons or their grandchildren. I was talking to somebody the other day about my mom. I mean, she meant no harm. She really didn't think about what she was saying, but I had to bring to her, and this is what you do. You bring a perspective that other people, that the men have not considered. So with my mother, me talking to another woman, I had to bring her a perspective she hadn't considered. This is logic. This is, like you said, this is the psychology of the thing. So she said to me, men are abusive.
mm-hmm.
My boys were in the car with us, and I looked at her and I said, Mom, that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
She said, yes, it is. I said, Mom, you cannot possibly make such a statement. All men are not abusive, and men are not the only people who abuse people.
Mm-hmm.
So she said to me, well, I hear what you're saying, but it doesn't matter. I'm just telling you what I know. Men are abusive. I said, okay, you don't have to agree with me. I'm not going to argue with you. But what I will say is, can you consider the fact that those boys in the back will be men, and that we are not raising them to be abusers? That we will not implant the idea that that's what they inevitably will be. Women have to be accountable for the things they say and do, and men do too. It's just that simple.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I think one of the things that is a mistake, and this is just a thing that guys have to work on with each other. We have to get to a point where we can talk. Because again, my story is not unique, right? And I don't judge my mom anymore, but she broke my heart, right? And this is a lot of boys though, right? So
Yeah.
we you grow up with this with this thing on you, and some people is different than others, right? But you broke. Not just that. Do you know when I was 15, I was sleeping with 30-year-old women?
I believe you.
So
That's another problem.
so peep.
That's another
So peep
aspect of
this.
things.
So
Because if that was a woman, then we would see that that's a problem. We would see how much of a problem that was. But with males, that's not. That seems totally differently. Why?
So listen though. Okay. So if my mom broke my heart, and then I come outside in the area and I see dope fiend women, right? This is no judgment, but and then the women that should be looking out for me, they're looking at me like a grown man.
Yeah.
All right. So some of these black dudes are 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". They've been sleeping with their babysitters, their teachers, their Sunday school teachers, their mama's friends, right? So is the black male crazy as batshit? Yes. Yeah. I'll tell you the truth any day. But to add context and nuance though, these boys are hurting though. They're hurting, and they grow up with hip hop culture, and there's no utility in hip hop culture, and hip hop culture does not teach these boys how to talk and communicate. They cannot articulate their thoughts. It's a culture that gives credence and elevates the male who is the most violent, right? So the psychology of the male is it's twofold. These guys have to do work, and these women got to do work. And I don't care about dating and mating, because if we don't make a change, then these babies. I'm more concerned with the kids and how we're passing that shit on to them. That's what we on our way out. Okay, so it's these kids. These girls are hurting, but these boys are hurting, and the boys, males, have to be in a space where we can hug each other, right? And we can say, I've been hurt. I don't know how to take instructions from another man. Women have hurt me. The teachers have failed me. I'm hurting. And then the church doesn't help, and then hip hop doesn't help. There's no utility for these boys, and then they grow to be 30, 40-year olds, and the only thing we can say is that's a fuck boy. Come on, man. Like we all need a little bit of grace now. It's a little too much of at. We all need more grace. I'll give you the last word.
Oh, yeah. I agree with everything you said. And it's it is hard to understand sometimes on both sides of the fence that grace is necessary and it's important. And I just going back to what I said in the beginning, it's if they're willing to just listen and be open, then they can step away from the men who have such a problem with you, can step away from participating in further problems, further creating more problems for themselves. The youth can benefit from that, male and female. Like you said, there's the mindset does not just affect one or the other. So everybody has to be willing to listen and try to understand. Because if we don't, then there's just going to be more. We had problems in the first place. But all this stuff circulating around is just making things worse. And we can't make it about, oh, you're giving female talking points. Oh, you're giving male talking points. If you can see or hear that there is logic in what's being said, there's no gender to a talking point.
You can't hear logic when you're hurt. So at the same time, I understand what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? That dude is that dude ain't really got no problem with me. He ain't trying to risk his freedom. He don't even know me, right? If you listen to the immaturity You
Yes.
it hurts, and he has a daughter, but I understand. And if I would have
Yeah.
talked to him more, I'm sure if we peel back the layers, yo, somebody didn't show up for him. And even though he may be 41 in age, there's still elements of him that's 10 and 12 and 15.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's what
Yeah.
grace is for. So we can, but to extend grace though, to extend grace, you got to do a lot of shadow work, right? To come out of the But I appreciate your
Yeah.
call, beloved. Enjoy your
Thank
Sunday.
you.
I'm gonna take this next call.
You too.
All right.
Extend
Hey, do
grace.
you have any smoke questions or comments?
No, no smoke. I'm just question.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because I got cut off earlier.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Oh, wow, okay, all right.
When I was asking about, basically, marriage. And yes, I agree with your advice about finding the strongest and the most intelligent, and that's how I got to be in my early 30s with no children, because I haven't found that. But oh, sorry, are you talking?
No, I'm listening.
So yeah, and then it's like, but once you find those men, a lot of times they do have a lot of options. So it's like, how do you navigate that? Like, do you require marriage? Do you wait till marriage before you have children? What are your thoughts on that?
Okay. First things first, what's your why? Why
I
do
want
you,
to have
why you want to be married?
family to me is everything. Family's legacy. Family means love. I mean, I'm here to procreate and to to live on. Like, I don't see any other purpose to life.
Ooh, wait, run it back. Say that again. Now I want you to listen to what you just said. I want you to hear it. Say exactly what you just said to me.
Any other purpose to life.
Okay. You said I'm here to I want to make sure this is your words. You said I'm here to procreate. And I don't see any other purpose to life. Is that what you said?
Well, that's the main purpose for me.
That's the main purpose for it. Okay. How do you know you're here to procreate?
Because, okay, I feel like it's a natural, it's so natural to us that how could I not be? That's how I feel it.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna we're gonna chunk down on what you said. So I'm gonna ask you again and then give a different answer. How do you know you're here to procreate?
Nobody knows anything.
Okay, we're gonna do it again. How do you know you're here to procreate?
Because I can.
I know, beloved, you could do a lot of things, but how do you know that's what it's hitting for? How do you know that? How do
You
you
don't
know?
have a, you don't know.
It's so
It's
it
it's a natural progression to me, and it's the desire.
okay. So do you have a desire to be a mother?
Yeah.
So that's
And a wife.
okay. Because those are two different things,
Yeah, they are.
right? So do you know that when you have your child, do you know it's highly possible where you can want your child and not the man?
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Huh. I I think on this one, I think you should talk to a woman. Because I can't tell you what your purpose is. You know what I mean? I can't tell you what your purpose is. What I can say is that ain't all you're here for. Right. So I would definitely I think you should just do some R&D with some women that is married that have children, and you can get a balanced perspective. You should talk to women that regret it, and then you should also talk to women that love it, and then you come to terms, right? You come to your thing. But I can't tell you that because I don't know what it's like to have a womb. So I don't know what that desire feels like. I can't say if it's real or it's not. What I will say is giving birth is not just to children. Giving birth is also ideals. So I don't know what city you're in, but when you look at those skyscrapers and you look at infrastructure, that's also birth, right? That's also a form of a conception, these ideals, right? But the primal feeling that you're talking about, I can't I can't I'm not qualified, beloved, because I don't have a womb, right? I don't have a womb. But in terms of finding a husband and stuff, I'm gonna just tell you do that based on the neck up. The womb thing, you should talk to women that know more about that than me.
And I respect that. I mean, I know that you're a father. Would you have it any other way? Would you not want to be a father?
I don't want to be a father every day.
But if you had a choice between being a father or not,
It depends on I'll be honest with you, it depends on the day. See, I'm gonna give it to you real, right? I can tell you about marriage, I can tell you about being a father, right? It's not you have your days, right? There's days where you want to blink your family here and then you want to blink them gone. That's what no one's going to tell you. Everyone just shows you pictures. It's not like that, right? There's some days where I look at my son and I love him, but I don't want to do it because I came to the planet to be selfish. I like my time, right? I don't take it out on him, but that's why I didn't do it again. I only have one kid. I'm not the kids guy. I'm other people's kids guy. I'll come in your house, play with your babies, and give them back to you. Right? I'll give them back to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the but and then there's days where I look at my son, I'm like, damn, he's incredible just because he's my teacher. You know what I mean? But is there days that I don't want to be a daddy? Yes. Is there days I don't want to be in no relationship? Yes. This is it's one thing to live the pictures and it's another thing to live it in real time because the human it gets forgotten about. They just tell you get married or be a mother and a father, but they never think about the human involved in it. What's her name, the one of the twins, Tia and Tamara. She just said in in an interview the other day that she felt like she graduated from marriage and people cannot understand that. They cannot wrap their mind around the fact that that season that she went in, she graduated from it. Now she want to do something else. It's like I just live in a world where I'm not just here to be somebody's dad and I'm not just here to be somebody's boyfriend. Like my creativity goes further than that. Like there's so much for me personally to see and do, and to stop at a relationship or being a parent. I but I can't tell anyone else how to, so in terms of the womb, I don't know what that desire is like. I don't know. I didn't have a thing in me where I was yearning to be a father. It just happened. But I don't have a womb. So I can't speak to that. I think you should talk to some women, but I think you should talk to both though. I think you should talk to women that regret the decision, right? And then I think you should talk to women that love the decision, and then talk to some people that are indifferent, and then go from there. Because that feeling that you're talking about, I don't know it. I don't know that feeling.
Okay, but I do want to know, thank you for that, and I will take your advice. I do want to know your opinion when it comes to a traditional marriage, and advice you could give women that do want that. I know you said go after, the most intelligent, the most, strongest male that you could find, and then what's the process once you find the stuff?
So you asking me what do I think of traditional marriage?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what it was look like. I was born in 1983. So tradition for me is the 90s. See, I don't know 1930, 1920. I don't know the dynamics of it. I know pictures and I know movies and I know what people said, but oh, back in the day for me, this is crack. 21 Jump Street, Spencer for Hire, New Kids on the Block, Mickey Mouse Club, Backstreet Boys, In Sync, TGI Fridays, Family Matters, Hanging with Mr. Cooper. That's back in the day for me, right? So I don't that would be considered traditional to me, right? Now, if we're talking about 1920s, 30s, 40s, to be those people, the environment would have to make you those people. These people came off a Great Depression. These people came off of World War One, World War Two. These people came off a small government. The world was different, so it made the people different. It's environment that makes you who you are. Me personally, I'm more interested in creating my own traditions. Like, I don't want people telling me how to live, right? I don't want people telling me how to live. So I'm more focused on creating my own traditions. There's nothing about back in the day except the work ethic that I want. I don't want nothing they had. Nothing except the work ethic. I don't see those pictures and be like, "Oh my god, I want to be just like them." I don't. My narcissism doesn't work that way. I don't want to be them and I don't feel like they're better than me. I don't feel like dead people are better than me. I don't feel like dead people have the answers. I don't look to the dead for guidance, right? And I think we're so locked in the past that we don't know what the future look like. Me personally, I'm focused on creating my own traditions, and then my bloodline follow my traditions. But but
Your bloodline, at least you okay, that bloodline. Okay.
but here's the thing. With me, bloodline is just not babies. Bloodline is anybody who adopts my thinking. Because based on the biology of belief, when you begin to believe things, it starts to affect you on a DNA level, right? So I can say something or I could come with a philosophy, and people that I've never met begin to live that philosophy. They are now my bloodline.
Gotcha.
And I'm more focused on them than I am on the past.
I respect it, Ken. I respect it. I guess my last my last question.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, like I was saying, like I get your point. I do, and I've been single for years. I don't have any children, but I do desire companionship. So when you're saying go after those males that are of higher status or the most intelligent, what's the best way to interact with them and to, maintain healthy relationships with them?
To attract an intelligent male, be an intelligent woman. To attract a highly productive male, be a highly productive woman. So we have to, if we all believed in the secret and thoughts are things, so we get what we attract. So just be.
You mean financially as well, like in every aspect?
Well, it's called currency, so that means something about it deals with electricity. So you don't have to be a billionaire to attract a billionaire. You don't have to be a millionaire to attract a millionaire. All you do is have to have the frequency and note. Basically, you know how you have AM and FM. You just have to know the frequency that the individual's on, and then you can attract them. What frequency are they on? So we got to go past the skin or past the body. We're all just energy at the end of the day. So the person you looking for or you want to attract, they can be in Africa right now or Australia right now. And some way, somehow, you'll attract them when you're in California and they're in California at the same time. And you just so happen to meet each other at the airport. What I will say though is there is a posture for attraction. If you're sitting somewhere, your arms are folded, you don't look like you want nobody to talk to you. There is a certain type of posture that people will come and say hi to. So you can say out of your mouth what you want, but your posture and your energy has to be on that same level. You have to make yourself open where people want to come give you something or ask you, do you need anything, or just say hi or ask you for directions, right? Remember, conversation rule the nation. You feel me?
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I do that. So I'll continue to definitely, do that. And I just need to probably get out more, so I'll do that too.
What kind of clothes you wear?
Clothes?
Yeah. What's your wardrobe?
Yeah. I see. I go to the gym a lot, so I find myself when I do go to the grocery store and stuff, I'm always in my gym clothes. So that's what I wear most of the time. But the regular 9 to 5 attire, if it's not my gym clothes.
If you want to be if you want to be lame nigga repellent, get a lot of blazers.
Blazers, okay.
Right? Get a lot of blazers, and also I would suggest show little to no cleavage as possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Because you actually want to downplay that. There's a way to look extremely sexy without showing skin, and it's through like accessories and stuff like that. But downplay your shape and things like that. Now it depends. See, I'm only saying that if you're trying to be above the neck.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Okay. So if you're trying to be above the neck, then you downplay that, and you wanna get the individual to focus on you eye to eye, not his eyes on your chest, because you don't want to. If you're serious about motherhood, you don't want to bring a child in the world based on pleasure and lust.
Right, and that's why I haven't yet. That's exactly why.
Right? Yeah. So downplay. There's super ways to look sexy without showing anything. Now I'm only saying that. If you're interested in above the neck mating. If you just trying to have a wild weekend, you know what to wear. you know. You know what I mean?
I'm not looking for that at all.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. So there's a way that you go about that. You know what I'm saying? So the way that you go about that is you take yourself serious, right? And you do it from above the neck. And then you wear things that someone that pays attention to you, they're into taste. Oh wow, okay, I see that. I see you got that bracelet on, or I see you got that kind of necklace on, or something like that. You know what I mean? Music matters too. You know what I mean? What kind of music you playing in the car, right? Keep hip hop out your car unless you're listening to the greats. Unless you're listening to classic albums, keep it out your car. You know what I'm saying? Try listening to Billie Holiday, Lena Horne, listen to Miles Davis, listen to Frank Sinatra in your car. And what that's gonna do is make you repellent away from the corny shit.
Yeah, I find that a lot of men, they look at me and then not that they're scared to approach, but they'll just look and go.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll smile and then it's and then they just keep going. So I do a lot of those things. Besides music, I listen to more audio books in the car. I like listening to Napoleon Hill and a whole bunch of people, but I'll continue to definitely dress in some blazers. I don't have many that I could get some.
Don't listen to no. What'd you say? I was about to say don't be banging no Adina Howard, man.
I don't even know who that is.
How old are you?
34.
Oh, okay. All right. No. If you don't know who Dina Howard is, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't even put it in your algorithm. Don't worry about it. You can do without it. It's all good.
I honestly don't know new school stuff. I listen to a lot of old school stuff, so she's new school. Definitely.
No, she's definitely old school.
Her name sounds familiar, but I can't think of her music.
But yeah, good luck on the journey, beloved. I'm sorry?
Expensive. If your clothes, you're saying blazers, but it doesn't have to be expensive stuff.
No, it doesn't. As long as it fits you right.
Okay.
As long as it just wear clothes for your form.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate you taking the time.
I appreciate you.
Much.
All right, you have a good night.
You too.
All right. Any smoke, questions, or comments? Smoke, questions, or comments. It was a few callers before. If you want to call back, the line is open right now. I try not to click over if I'm talking to somebody, you know what I mean? That's kind of rude. But smoke, any smoke, any questions, any comments, the line is open. Now is the time to talk to me, because any other time, you got to hit the hotline. So if it's any questions, comments, or smoke, go ahead. Hello, is there smoke?
Hello.
Hey, can you turn it down in the background?
You said what?
Can you turn it down in the background? Okay, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Can
I got smoke.
Okay, hold on, bro. Hold on. Can you turn your background down?
Let me see if this is better.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
What you hear in the background, Ken?
I can hear your TV. Can you turn your TV down or whatever you're listening to?
Okay. All right.
What's your name? Where you from?
My name Keith. Marquise.
Hey, Marquise. Hey, Keith. You got smoke with me?
No, I ain't got no smoke with you.
Okay.
But I got smoke for you.
Go ahead.
I need answers.
Go ahead.
Why these politicians ain't changing stuff?
You want? Okay. Keep going.
See, in my city, I live in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay.
And it's like, why none of our heroes wear suits? Who can we trust?
Are you trolling me or are you being serious?
I'm being serious.
Okay. Are you smoking or anything?
Nah, I ain't smoking.
Okay. I don't know why the politicians ain't doing anything. I can't answer that. I don't have that kind of power. I wish I did, but what do you want though? What do you want them to do for you? Yeah, let's make this about you. What do you want? What does Keith want?
Keith want, or I want a change in my city. I want things to look better. I don't like the way things look.
And that's what you want for yourself?
Yeah, this is where my daughter's gonna grow up.
Okay. So what are you responsible for?
Her safety.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you should just focus on that though. Yeah. What do you
It's the thing, Ken.
Go ahead.
The reason I ask is because I'm also chosen. So I be stuck in a place where, do I be a messiah or do I not do? I don't want to be doing a whole bunch of talking, ain't nobody listening. So I just focus on raising my kid or what. Because I lost my pops when I was 14 and son. So I be needing guidance, buddy.
Okay. Well, if you need guidance, the first thing is to say you need guidance, and don't worry about the politicians because you don't have no power over that. Let's focus on what you have power over. You got control over your time? Yes or no?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I can manage it.
You can manage your time? Okay. Do you have control of
Before.
I'm sorry?
Before.
What about now? Do you have control over your time?
My life's pretty busy.
Your life is big?
Pretty busy.
Oh, it's busy. Oh, that's good, right? That's what you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a college student.
What you going to college for?
Psychology.
Nice. What do you want to
I'm
do with?
trying to get into law.
I'm sorry?
I said after that after I get my degree in psychology, I'll head to law school.
Okay. All right. And what do you want to do with that?
Be a business attorney.
A business attorney?
Yeah. That'll be my profession. But I'll be trained in the rest of them. Why not?
Okay. So, I mean, you're in a career field where you can create the change that you want to see, right? So it's not about being thinking about the politicians. You're in careers where you can be change, right? Where you can make things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could. So what should I focus on right now?
Let me ask you this. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Anything else going on in your life? Are you straight? You good? How's your baby? You got a daughter?
Yeah, I got a daughter.
How old's your daughter?
She's okay.
How old is your daughter?
Now 1 and 18 months.
Your daughter's 18 months?
1 year old, 1 year, 18 months.
Are you trolling me?
Why do you think I'm trolling you, King?
Your daughter's Are you being for real?
Nah.
Okay, I gotta go, bro.
For real.
You're not being for real, bro. Your daughter's 1 year and 18 months.
Are you trolling me now, man?
I gotta go, bro. I can't. I tried. I'm sorry. I tried. I tried, y'all. I tried. I tried to work with dog. Like 1 year, 18 months. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Look. I don't know. And if he's not trolling, then he needs somebody other than me. Because I don't know how to. I don't know how to communicate with that. Right. 1 year, 18 months. Come on, man. Like he's on something, or I don't know. And if he's not on something, and that's just regular, then I hope bro gets some whatever he needs. I don't got it for that. Um, if you got smoke, questions, or any comments, the line is open right now. Y'all think he was trolling? I was. Hello, do you have smoke, questions, or comments?
I got a question.
Shoot.
I got a question like, man, do you got any tips about how you can focus or just like pay attention to something for a period of time to see it through?
Got you.
Have any tips on that?
Yes, sir. There's a good book by a guy named Cal Newport. It's called Focus, if I believe. Look that up right now. Cal Newport. Yes. Cal Newport wrote a book on focus on and how to stay basically locked in for hours at a time, 4 or 5 hours at a time, and focus on one thing. What is it that you're trying to focus on?
Oh, I did focus, deep work.
Deep work, deep work. I'm sorry, deep work, deep work, deep work. That's deep work. Quick question: what are you trying to focus on?
That's a good question. I'm trying to focus on just something that can. I'm trying to focus on anything that can help me to have more of my time to myself without having to clock in or having to worry about, you know what I'm saying, spending my time chasing finances. I want to be able to build something on my own that I like doing, that can generate a certain lifestyle for me.
Can you be more specific? Like, so let's start with the lifestyle. What kind of lifestyle you want?
Just want to be able to move around when I want to and go where I want to go. Just like just traveling around, just waking up. You know what I'm saying? You want to wake up and just go somewhere, and you know what I'm saying? You got a feeling like you want to just see something new or something like that. Just go do it anywhere around the country, anytime.
I'm with you, but for this to work, and if this is what you really want, you have to get very surgical and specific about the things you're saying. So if you want to move around, you have to be surgical about that and break that down. What does move around look like?
More so hopping on planes, be able to hop on a plane and go to DC and see the history museum, just anything like that type stuff. You just sitting around, you want to go to an NBA game, go see where I'm coming from.
Okay, all right. So let's get more surgical. Out of all the people in the world, why should nature, spirits, God, whatever you adhere to, why should it pick you? Why should you be the one to go to DC to look at the Lincoln Monument and Jefferson Memorial? Excuse me. Why should you fly to LA? Why should you be the one that's plane hopping? Why you? Why you?
I'm gonna say, can't really say why it should be me, but I can't say that. I just feel, I just believe that I was put here to just experience, just get the full experience and the full potential out of, you know what I'm saying, everything in his life. I don't feel like I was just put here to it's just like my spirit is not going to, I'm not going to be able to live a good, long, healthy life if I don't, you know what I'm saying, fulfill some of these desires. I feel like as time goes on, I'm gonna be sitting and just thinking like, damn, I should have did this, or I could have. That's my biggest fear.
I got you. Now here's the thing. If you was talking to a genie and you said that same exact thing to a genie, and the genie was able to provide every single thing that you want, do you think, based on what you said to me, the genie would give you the things that you want? What do you think?
I'm gonna say no, because it kind of sound like a selfish.
No. You could be selfish. You could be selfish, but you got to give me more, right? So, all right, I'm gonna ask you again. You said you want to have more of your time. Basically, you want to travel, you want to move around. It sounds like you want to see what life has to offer. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Why you though? It's billions of people in the world that's never going to do that, bro. You know how many people never been on a plane? A lot, right? You know how many people never stayed in a 5-star hotel? You know how many people never dropped bands shopping? You know how many people never woke up anytime they want and did whatever they want at any time? You know how many people are not going to pass no legacy to their children? The majority of the world. So for you to be the outlier doing these amazing things with your life, and nothing you said is wrong, just is the thing. Why you? Why you?
Maybe I need to figure it out. I need to do some thinking on it. I never even really thought about it like that. To be honest,
You got to, bro. And I'm gonna just help you. I'm gonna just help you. I'm gonna give you a start. You ready? You know, I'm gonna help you with the why you. You know why you?
Why is that?
You're worthy. You're worthy. You're worthy. Now, here's the thing. With being worthy, though, there's some behavior associated with that. So you can't leave this convo saying that you're worthy, but you don't have behavior that's aligned with that. How old are you, bro?
33.
33. Master Mason number. All right. So you being 33, if you really believe you're worthy, then you have to have a behavior that is totally different than other guys. If you believe that you're worthy, and I'm not telling you you're not, but if you believe that you're worthy, you have to carry yourself like differently than other human beings. You have to have a taste that's different than other human beings. You have to have a discipline that's different than other human beings. You have to read and study in a way that's different than other human beings, because you being worthy means that you work harder than everybody, right? You plan better than everybody. So what makes you worthy is your behavior.
It's kind of like I'm already. It's kind of like I'm already living in a way to where I'm. So if this stuff did drop in my lap, I'm already. You know what I'm saying, kind of aligned with.
Hell yeah.
The way that makes sense.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. So when I ask you why you, your thing is why not me? And then you lay out why. Because you're the tallest tree in the forest, because you have insight that nobody has. You're a rarity. There's never been another dude like you, and there's never gonna be another dude like you. You are a one of one, and you can show and prove that. That's why you. And that's the type of person that gets on private jets. That's the type of person that attends 10X conferences. That's the type of person people want to hear talk. That's the type of person women want to be around. That's the type of person men want to fellowship with. That's the type of person old people see and they just light up, right? That's the type of person that has options and they have full control over their life. Here's the thing that about that. Everybody can go. So if you say you're worthy, then that means other people aren't. You got to be able to handle that, because everybody can't go.
So basically, like some relationships are going to be severed.
Hell yeah, because bro, worthy people have a boundary around them. Do you think you could just go put your hands on the Mona Lisa painting? Hell, can you go to Fort Knox and just start touching on the gold? Can you go to Washington D.C. and just walk up to the president? No, because those are worthy things. Anybody or anything that that people have easy access to, it's not worthy. It's not exactly. It's worthless. So if you want to be worthy, put in the work. And this is the thing, bro. You're older longer than you are younger. You only 33. You only 33. So don't let nobody speed your time up. You are right on time, because the question you asked me was not about how to get girls. You didn't ask me about no dumb shit. You asked me how to focus more. So that right there already, you're already lining yourself up to be worthy. Right?
I appreciate that.
So the book, It's not focus. It's Cal Newport. Deep deep work. Deep work. Right. So go ahead and sit with that. If you don't have time to read, you can listen to it on YouTube as an audiobook. I highly recommend Deep Work. And let me tell you, bro, if you're able to focus just in the next 3 years by 36, you're going to have the results of a 50-year-old, because people in your age bracket, guys and girls, they're not focused. So if you're able to focus 3 years, bro, 3 years of focus, you're going to have the results of a 50-year-old man.
Appreciate the lesson, bro.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. Check out that Cal Newport.
I definitely am. I really appreciate it, Ken.
My dog.
Keep going, bro.
My bro. All right. Peace. Is there smoke, question, comments?
Hey Ken, no, I guess I have a comment and then a question.
Okay, shoot.
So first off, I want to tell you that your information has definitely been life changing. Especially my biggest thing that I was struggling with was leaving the Black app, and that has been very rough. It's very isolating, but it's necessary for my growth. So I'm doing it. I have days where I'm stronger than others, but that one was a very necessary step that I needed in order for me to get to where I need to go. Pretty much everything you talk about, good day, I'm okay, bad day, I'm okay. The art, science, of personal magnetism, all of it. You just dropped so many gems, and I'm so appreciative that you're even on this platform. Give it the game that you give. So, just wanted to tell you that you're very necessary and very much needed. So, I just wanted to give you flowers on that. My question is, so I have an ex-husband who is the epitome of evil. And I left him with my children, didn't ask for no alimony, didn't ask him for nothing. I just wanted my last name back, and I'm going to live on my peaceful corner of the earth. I don't talk to that man. I don't do anything. So my question is, when it comes to how you're talking about like your magnetic field, right? Your aura, your field should be pretty much impenetrable for people who want to, I guess in so many words, do you harm or cause you ill will, right? So for the rest of the world, it works. I don't have bad interactions with anyone else. I think my personal aura, my field is pretty tight, but this individual is always able to penetrate it. And I guess it's because I have a child with him, so he still has access to me. But I was wondering if you know how I can tighten that up so that even he can't get anywhere near my field.
I got the answer for you. First, I want to know how, appreciate the flowers too. What is the tactics that he uses to get close to you? Like, how does he trigger you?
Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. So 2 days ago, we'll back up. So he went on a vacation. Now we have every other weekend with our son, and I keep telling this man for the last 4 years, I plan my life around when I don't have my son. I need you to do the same. So he keeps trying to plan vacations and music festivals and all this fun stuff on the weekends that he has his son. Now, again, you only have him twice a month. Plan accordingly. So he wants me to give up my time where I need to be doing things to keep him so he can go do what he wants to do. So I kept him. And then that following weekend, which should have been my weekend with my son, I asked him to switch with me because, I kept him on his weekend. And then we were going to resume the regular schedule. Now, the thing is, he loves to gaslight. He'll tell me he didn't tell me something or he didn't do something. And we had a conversation. I was like, okay, look, we did this switch, but we're back on our regular schedule because I got stuff planned for the rest of the year. Oh, yeah, okay, we got it. So then a couple days ago, he hit me up and was like, well, you're going to get him on Friday. Not asking me, telling me. oh, you're going to get him on Friday and have him this weekend. I said, no, sir, no, we're not. We already talked about this. No, we didn't. So then he made this big to-do. Then he started insulting me, telling me I was pathetic and I never come through for him when he needs something, but he comes through with a drop of a dime for me. All bullshit, but whatever. And then he started just the low balls, insults, stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I mean? And he starts to lie on me, slander my character, manipulate the whole story, telling me things happened that didn't happen. You know, just painting me in this really, really horrible light. Basically, stuff that he's doing, he's projecting, saying that I'm the one doing it. You know, so that's the type of stuff he does.
Can you give me an example of a low ball insult?
Yeah. So, for instance, I had a really, really rough pregnancy. And so my body was working very, very hard just to maintain the pregnancy. So I was tired. Not to mention I was homeschooling my son and everything else. And I was a stay-at-home mom. I had to quit my job because I had health issues and I was pregnant. And so he would say that I was lazy because I would sleep a lot. I was just really, really tired. I was exhausted. I was lazy. I was good for nothing. I just was a parasite. I mean, just all these really horrible things. Or he'll say that, what was another thing he said? He would insult me because I don't have a degree. He does, but I could intellectually run circles around him. He knows it, you know, but I was basically decided I didn't have my life together because he had a degree and I didn't, you know, just really mean, really, really mean. And he would also lie and say that, like, I never could dinner for him, which is a whole lie. Like, I'm going to feed my children, but not feed you. You know, just stupid stuff.
Okay.
And then slander me to people. Slander me to everybody he could think of, how I was just this terrible wife who he saved and rescued. And I had the privilege of being at home, and all I had to do was have this dinner because I couldn't do that.
Okay, all right. So listen to the insults. Listen to the insults, and then why are you triggered by those specific things?
I think what it is because he's lying, and I know he's lying, and it's so I know what's happening is because of the gaslighting, it causes me to ruminate. Like, wait a minute, is that true? No, that can't be true. So it's like I keep replaying it over and over.
Wait. Okay, stop. Okay, let's deal with that. You have to ask yourself, is that true? So, for you to ask yourself, is that true? There's still a connection there. Now, you might not want to sleep with that individual. That might be turned off, but there's still a connection there. So, you mentioned about the black app. Let me tell you, it's nothing, and I repeat, nothing Niggs can say to me to make me feel any way. Because I'm totally divorced from, I don't care what they think about me. I don't want to be part of their group. When I put it, when you come out of something and you divorce it conceptually. So you need to see it in your mind. You need to see yourself taking it out to the trash and putting it in the trash, and then the trash getting hauled off. You need to see it going down the garbage disposal, and you turning on you clicking the switch. You need to see it burning in the fire. All these things need to be done conceptually. You have to see it happening, because there's no way that he should be able to trigger you with words. So there's a part of you, and you have to locate where it's at, that is still connected to him. It could be the ideal of being a wife, right? It can be you never wanted to be a baby mama. It can be any of those things. A part of you is asking, did I do the right thing? Was I because there's nothing he should say that can trigger you. And the fact that he knows how to do it means there's some connection. Now, if you don't have a connection to him as a person, then it's a societal connection. It's a connection you have to figure that out. But to really be done with it, you have to body it in your mind. You have to step by step walk yourself through the process of what does it look like to be done, not with words. That's one. Two, you got to get witchy with him.
I have to do what now? I'm sorry.
You have to get witchy.
Look. Right now, I'm displaced. But when I get back to my apartment, it's on and cracking.
Okay.
But I think also when you were speaking, I think part of I kind of figured out what the trigger is. I think it's because when I was with him, he was highly abusive. But he would act like he never did anything to me.
Physically?
Only one time, but he was very emotionally and mentally and psychologically and financially. He kept all the money. He didn't, like, I had to ask him for everything, and then he would deny me most of the time.
Okay. So the cells is a funny thing, right? So even in your mind, you're like, I'm done with this relationship. Your cells might not be. So on a cellular level, you may still be connected. And this is why when he says certain things, he's able to trigger you. Because what's being triggered is you on a chemical level, right? So, but again, when we study the biology of belief, all you have to do is change the belief, right? And you do it on a mental level. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about hacking our biology, and the way that we do that is with our thinking. So where you deal with this at, you don't deal with this in your words. You don't deal with it through text messages. You have to deal with it upstairs. The playground is the mind. The universe is mental. It's not emotional. It's not petty. None of that. It's mental. So this is where you have to deal with it at. Then you get witchy with it. You might gotta burn some pictures. You might gotta create an altar, right? You can be so witchy with him that you remove the insults from him, that he doesn't even have the language to insult you. Is how bad do you want to play this? How deep do you want to go with this?
I'm gonna go hella deep, and and you know what? I'm not even the kind of person to take revenge, because I know that everything that you do has to come back, and not necessarily in a karmic sense, because we don't fully understand the way karma is intended to be used. But I'm just saying you do pay for what you do, at some, because it's just that way. But I think the biggest thing for me is just never receiving justice. He never had to pay me. He never had to do anything. He never had to treat me fairly at any point. And for him to still try to treat me like shit, even though I leave him alone, I don't even talk to him, I think it's pissing me off. And I think it's just the illusion that he keeps up that he was just this great person. And he went and bought a house on the money that he's supposed to give to me from alimony. He went and bought himself a Benz. Like, he's doing all these things, and I'm sitting here struggling. And I'm the one who's doing the right thing and can honestly say that. And so, like I said, I think that's what pisses me off more than anything. That he's able to slander my character and my name, and still live like he did nothing wrong, and he's being blessed because he's this great person. And I think that's just really what's getting to me. I don't want to necessarily hex him, because I can affect my son that I have with him, but I do want to definitely do a return to sender, because he need all that smoke back.
You even when you're saying what you're saying, you won't go far. Peep what you're saying. He's coming at you, but when it's time to come at him, you're like, nah, because karma, or you're gonna pay for what you do, right? How far do you want to go with this? Because
I'm talking about regular people. Him, no, he gonna get his ass tore up.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying.
Tear his ass up. He deserves every bit of that.
Okay, so then you're willing to go to the full extent, and what? Okay, and you can't think about what's going to happen, because we have an interesting view of karma. If it worked like that, then why hasn't it happened to the Rothschilds? And why hasn't that happened to the British royal family? And why hasn't it happened to the people that rule the world? The reason why is because in the Kabbalion, there's a section called rhythm. They're able to freeze the pendulum. it doesn't necessarily have to come back to you. That's what we believe. But the so-called oppressors and powerful people, it doesn't come back to them. They're able to deflect that shit back off. They can do whatever they want and they never lose power. Right? So if this is your op, then you deal with your op the way that your op is dealing with you. If this individual has set the rules of engagement, those are the rules. Okay, now you deal back on him. And don't think about how it's going to affect you, and don't let up until you get the results that you want. First you got to think about the results that you want. What do you want?
I want him to feel every bit of pain and everything being taken away from him, like he took it away from me, and he's done it to other women too. The way he's broken up all these different families, he got kids that I didn't know about at the time. That's you created a minefield of hell for other people to live on, who entrusted you with their lives. And you have no kind of qualms about it. You have no empathy. You don't care about how that affects other people, and you still want to drag them to hell. I want him to feel it 1,000 times. I want him to feel it so bad that his cells burn up, each one of them.
Okay. All right. Okay. Are you watching me from Facebook or YouTube?
YouTube at the moment.
YouTube. Okay. So if it's anybody on YouTube that can help the beloved out with this particular endeavor, please put your email in the chat or a way that she can get in contact with you. And you can go further in this, because I'm not the bigger person. I'm down with the business. So if that's what it is, and you have came to this position, stay up. If you came to this and you've thought about it and you want to move forward with it, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So if anybody that's on YouTube in the chat, go ahead and drop your information and your email and how she can, follow up with you and what would be the right approach to get the results that she would like.
Thank you, Ken, and I'll be back in the membership as soon as my money get back right.
All good, love.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, peace. That love thing. Any smoke? Questions? Comments? Smoke. Seems like a bill collector. Hello.
Hello.
Is there smoke?
This isn't smoke, Ken. This is Jack. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so for the sis who was just talking, karma is an energy that you have to call in. Like, you don't wait for something to come back around, and karma is not a boomerang. So if she goes ahead and she gets even with him, or gives him his comeuppance, or calls in all the energy in order to make sure that he's not messing with her anymore, bad things aren't going to happen to her. And, for those of us who are witchcrafting or witchcrafting, you don't have to get a revenge. Your best revenge, completely abjure him from your energy. Make him a non-entity. He does not exist. That will hurt more than anything if you really feel a little skittish about, casting spells. You could send return to senders, so that you can go ahead and any energy he puts out towards her just bounces back. So you don't have to worry about you putting out juju or whatever and, getting karma in a way that doesn't actually exist. I wasn't going to put my email in the thing, because then people start asking me for spells and how to keep sick and shit. So,
but for the novice, like, what would the novice, like, okay, yeah, what does return the sender for look like for the novice?
Return to sender looks like a black candle, in a bowl of salt, some pepper flakes if you want to make sure that shit's extra spicy, and you light that shit and you let it burn all the way down, and you say everything and anything he sends to me, I send back tenfold. All the wrong he does to me, I send back tenfold. All the curses he sends to me, I send back tenfold. Put it out there in the universe, however you want to word it, 3 times. Let that shit burn down. But most importantly, like she's talking about, he's like back and forth and he's not keeping his word and he's gaslighting. He doesn't exist. If they have to communicate for the child by email only or a mediator, he doesn't have her phone number. He doesn't have her a way to text. He can't, go back on his thing. His child has to go to somebody close to him, between him and her. She's not involved in that. She rescinds all energy. Another thing she can do, whenever she feels like he got some of that energy, you just sit down and say, all the energy that belongs to me comes back to me. And she says that 3 times. And usually when you do that, you see people who been sucking energy off of you start calling and texting you. All of a sudden you start getting the what you doing and I miss you and all that kind of foolishness text. Your narcissist mother starts texting you. You just call your energy right the hell back and ignore these people. She's like, a lot of us by us, I mean, people of the global majority in diaspora still have this kind of Christian mentality of, turning the other cheek, being the bigger person and all that kind of foolishness. I'm not going to be a bigger person. I'm going to drag you to hell. I could be bigger if I'm standing on your neck. I am not going to allow anybody to go ahead and kill my peace, mess with my self-esteem. I'm not allowing anybody to feed off of me like that. And this is one of the things that I think a lot of people need to learn to stop doing, is being the feeder for everything. A high-value man, quote unquote, is a vampire. But if he's a low-value man, he's just a tickle of each. You don't hold on to those things. Nobody's trying to hold on to a fucking tapeworm. You get rid of those that are eating off of you and stop being their food. Whether you want to call it narc supply, if you want to call it psychic vampirism, whatever you want to call it, stop letting people eat off of you and stop justifying it by saying that you're being a better person or you're worried about what is going to happen to you universally. Like, somehow the gods have decided that you should be taking L's and nobody else should. That is not how any of this works. If you want to, grow up in goddess and give him a spiritual slap down and then completely rescind all energy from him. Do not let him get in your way, get in your mind, get anything. He no longer exists. He becomes a non-entity. And if you have to get a go-between to deal with the co-parenting and stuff, do that. And I just wanted to say that.
Okay, so just real quick. So you black candle, let it burn all the way down.
Black candle in some coarse salt. So like you have it sitting in some coarse salt. Some pepper flakes in it if you want that thing to send back extra spicy. And you say 3 times that whatever the person is sending to you, whatever energy, whether they intend it or not, bounces back to them.
Now what would happen if a person casts this but they try to take it back, or they get a change of heart and they want to be back in the relationship again? What is all cells final?
I mean, I don't understand why you would do that, but I mean, if the spell's done, if they stop sending things your way, then there's nothing to return, right? So if I throw a knife at you and you throw it back and I get stabbed, oops on me. But if I stop throwing knives, what are you turning to me? Right?
Because how she sounded a like she wanted things to change, but like a little unsure. So I don't, because what I'm saying is I don't know the process of when you get this thing started and all of a sudden now you might be back in love with the person and now you're standing in the same place as them as the spell that you casted. So now can you be a victim of your own spell that was meant for someone else because you're in that space with them when you're not supposed to be?
I mean, if you're the type of person who will keep jumping in front of bullets, then I guess so. But once again, if I'm going, like, if you are sending harm my way, I'm not going to be like, oh, you know what, I love you so much that I'm just going to take the harm. Now, I do understand that a lot of people are like that. Like a lot of people, like, you know, do think that they are noble when they're taking a beat down and a pain and abuse. Like, they really do feel like they're being noble in that, and they're being a better person, and they're turning the other cheek into all Christ-like and shit. That is not my way of thinking. That's not how I flow. So, like, I don't know what to say, but if you are really going to be the type of person who says, you know what, this person is abusing me and they're throwing stuff that way, and I put out a return to sender, and do understand, return to sender is not a hex, because you are not actively putting anything on somebody. You're actively putting up a force field that says whatever's being sent my way is, you know, being bounced back. If you decide that you want to get in front of that bounce back, that's you and your foolishness and your fuckery, and you get what you deserve.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it, beloved.
All right, love.
Look, peace.
Good night.
And there you have it. Be serious about what you put out there. Okay. Any smoke? Questions? Comments? Any smoke? Questions? Comments? You know what? You know what I love about this coin gang shit is that yeah, it's a little smoke here and there, but some really dope people rock out over here. All type of people in all type of different industries in life. You real estate, spells, what do you name it? We got it over here, right? Right, and that's true personal development, right? So any smoke, questions, comments. Don't hit my line when I go off. I'm here right now. Any smoke, questions, comments. And let me say this to the dudes. A lot of y'all trying to check women so much that you don't even see the 30-year-old dude, the 25-year-old dude, the 20-year-old dude, the 15-year-old dude that got questions. A lot of these dudes don't even know what a mortgage is. A lot of these dudes have been failed, right? And your concern is what women are doing. And your concern is body counts and makeup and hair. While these youngsters don't have no answers, right? And they're coming to you and you're dropping the ball. And they're coming into barbershops and no one got no answers for them. Shame on us. We had 21 years for them to grow and be men. We had 30 years, we had 40 years, and the only thing we have for them is podcast conversations. Not about manhood though, right? Not about manhood. Oh, hold women accountable. What do you mean? They need to get the loan from you, right? They need to know how to be husbands and fathers from you, right? Instead of trying to figure out how to hold women accountable, teach them how to vet. And how you going to hold people accountable and y'all don't even have relationships? There's not even no trust. How you going to hold somebody accountable and there's not even a connection? There's not even no intimacy. Why should somebody trust you, right? To correct somebody There has to be some trust, right? Who cor- Guys can barely take correction. You have to know that the person that's correcting you cares. They care about you changing and they care about you being a better individual. The correction is because you expect better from them and you know they're performing under their ability. But that correction has to come with a hug after. It got to come with a, I don't like your behavior. I think you're underperforming, but hey, I love you though. Y'all want to try to hold people accountable and there's not even no trust. Y'all want to try to step in and hold people accountable, but wasn't y'all just over there talking shit about them? Right? So y'all want to run your mouth. You want to talk crazy, right? You want to get on platforms and drag them under the bus and then try to hold them accountable. Come on, man. Ain't nobody listening to that shit. That's not how it's done in the future, right? You want to correct people. You want to hold them accountable. You have to love them first. You have to respect them first, right? You have to walk through the door yourself as the genuine article. They have to know what you're saying is coming from a good place because people been hurt out here and people don't took L's out here. People don't even know if you a wolf, right? You might be holding them accountable with your hand up their skirt. Like what you come on, man. Come on. That's old shit. You can't just wag your finger at people, right? Don't tell me to hold the women accountable, right? No, no, you love them. You rock with them. You be friends with them. You know what I'm saying? You listen to them. Because when you listen and you're friends and there's love, people will take your correction. And also, how do you even know you're a good corrector? How you even know you got the language for correction? Who are you? Because you got to put your personal character up to correct. Because people want to know, yo, so what you doing? That's how it's done now. It ain't that type of correction where do as I do as I say, not as I do. Nah, people looking. So you want to hold women correct accountable, hold them accountable with your own personal example. Say, you could do better, sis. Let me show you how. Here's what I did. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Don't talk to them about no body counts if you can't show them sexual discipline. Don't talk to them about body counts and then try, oh, by nature, I'm allowed to do this, but you, no, 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 no. Put your personal character and your personal everything about you on the table and leverage that. But y'all don't want that smoke. Because for you to hold somebody accountable, you got to be a certain type of dude. And y'all don't want to be a certain type of dude. So you could call me simps. You could call me all of that. You call me all of that. But the women in my phone, I could call them up and we could have real conversations. And I could say, you tripping, right? I could say, damn, you tripping, you out of line, you out of pocket. And they know when I say it, it's 100. And guess what? They can say it back to me. Can you wildin'? Nope, nope. You know better. That's how it go. It ain't no one-sided correction, right? But that's family shit. And that's friendship stuff. And that's homie stuff. And y'all don't want that. Y'all just want to show up in pictures and make it seem like you that dog, you that dude. And that's not how the future is. We same out here. Accountability for the woman, accountability for the man, right? A standard for the woman, standard for the man. Love for the woman, love for the man. Right and exact for the woman, right and exact for the man. That's how we walking into the future. None of the one-sided shit. And y'all don't want to talk about that. You just want to go in on the women and anybody that don't align with dumbass nigga logic. He's a simp. No smoke? Questions, comments? Shout out to all the callers. We'll be right back at it all week, holiday time. Enjoy your family. Even if Thanksgiving is not your thing, I understand the history, but enjoy your family. This shit goes quick. It goes quick. It's everyone's getting older. You don't have to do the ritual Thanksgiving. Eat with your peoples, man. Enjoy the shit. Don't be a fake Facebook and YouTube revolutionary talking about Native American. We already know. We know what it is. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your time, right? Because this life thing, it goes quick, right? You blink, you'll miss something, right?